This is Clematis montana grandiflora, and like many clematis in the winter, it looks very twiggy, very sad. But if you look within it, there are some real hidden gems. Seeds. Lots and lots of ripe seeds that haven't fallen yet. Nice and ripe with their long tails. And I'm going to show you how to sow some of these. This is the way that I do seeds. I've got everything ready beforehand to save time. Here are the seeds that I've picked from the montana. As you see, clematis seeds have lovely tails, fluffy tails. Some people take these tails off, they're not needed to be sown. Just leaving the seed, but I don't bother. I just leave the tails on. I don't think it makes any difference really. I've got a plant pot here which is big enough to put probably a dozen seeds in, and I've got some John Innes seed sowing compost mixed with some sand just to open it up. I find that John Innes on its own can compact, and I don't want that. I've got some vermiculite and some gravel and a Ziploc bag already with the name of the seedling written on it and also the date that I'm sowing it. Yes, it's the 19th of December and it is quite mild today. So first of all, fill the pot up to leaving probably ½ an inch before the lip, and put in some seeds, trying to spread them out so they're not crowding each other. Not all may germinate, but I hope most of them will. Just room in the corner for one more, perhaps one over there. And that's about a dozen seeds. So I'll now cover them with the vermiculite. And then the gravel. The gravel just stabilises the whole thing for when you water, and it stops the seeds moving around. Now I'll water this and let the water sink through. Just leave it there for a few minutes. I'll put it over there and just let it drain. Now I've still got quite a few more seeds, so I'll do another batch of seeds. Could have done with some more potting compost, but never mind, that'll do. There'll still be enough depth in here for the seeds to germinate, and they won't be in here for very long. John Innes seed sown compost is good because it does not have nutrients in it that are going to damage the seeds. Once they've germinated, then they get potted on to something that will provide some feed. So again, I'll put some vermiculite on top and some gravel. Water it. And you see, even with the gravel on top, some of the vermiculite has come through, but that's okay. The seeds won't have moved. Now to get the Ziploc bag. This creates a mini greenhouse effect. Clematis seeds take quite a while to germinate, some up to 3 years. Montanas less so. Montanas will normally germinate within 12 months of being planted. Just get the zip locked along the top there. And there we have the seeds. Now I've got a small polythene racked greenhouse that I keep them in. It's out of the sun. It does get light, but it doesn't get full sun. It's not heated or anything, so that the seedlings are still subject to the same cold that they would be if they were growing in gravel in your garden. But because it's covered, it just keeps the rain off that might knock the plant pots over, damage them. And I check it on a monthly basis. As the new seedlings come through, then I bring the plant pot inside. I've got one or two here from an earlier sowing. These aren't Montanas. This is a hybrid, and as you can see, this germinated October time, or I took it out in October time, and I've got 3 seedlings here that are quite big. Another seedling coming there. I'll not touch that until next year. I don't think this is the time of year for trying to uproot seedlings and pop them on. We'll just let them die down, as all the clematis do, for the winter, and they will come back again next year. So I'll just leave that down there. This other plant pot is now drained through, and I'll put it in the polythene bag, and I'll put both of these in the seed greenhouse that I have with the rest of them. I've used a different shelf for the different years. 2019 ones are on the top shelf, 18 below, 17 below that, and I've still got 2 from 2017 that are yet to germinate. If I leave them more than 3 years and they haven't germinated, I then conclude that the seed was not viable, and I dispose of it.